Bog 3 twist balloon dogs, no bad clowns and cheap wigs here. Raise the bar, prove our art form. It's the Balloon Blast video show with Scott, Tripp, and Sam Cremeens.
Hey there, Scott Tripp, your Balloon Master General for this episode of the Balloon Blast video show. As you can see, my co-host Sam Cremeens is not here. And that's sort of ironic because the running theme to this show is involvement and participation. And, well, that's where you come in. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on in the show. And fear not, Sam will be in later in the show. We've actually pre-taped a few segments, and he will be premiering the first of his balloon weapons series later on. Now, when I said that we were going to talk about involvement and participation, what does that mean? Well, on YouTube, there are a lot of different places where you can go to see free balloon tutorials. Learn how to make a balloon bicycle, balloon monkey, balloon armadillo, whatever. There are dozens, I would say hundreds, of different people putting these tutorial videos out there. That means there's really no need for me to do that. Why be, number 1001? There are a lot of voices out there screaming for attention, and we'd just be lost in the crowd. So what I like to think is that here on the Balloon Blast video show, we have something a little bit more special. We have not just sculptures, but I like to take moments where, like we talk, we do different stuff. There was that one episode that everyone hated, where we went from show to show for a week and set up library and summer camp shows. I'd also like to interview people. We've taken you to two balloon jams, talked to some people, and just had some fun. So I like to keep more of that going. We have different people who leave comments, some people who leave comments every episode, at the end of the episode, and that's really cool too. So when you go on YouTube, you can see what different people say. We always read those, even if we don't respond. We usually do respond, but we read all those ideas. We ignore some of them. We blatantly refuse some of them. But no, we consider everything you have to say. This show is not just my show. If it was, I would never bother to upload this to YouTube. I would just record it and delete it, right? So I want to get you involved in the show. Now, that being said, I have a few more ideas to get more involvement and interaction with our audience. But right now, I told you Sam Cremeens had a video segment coming up, and here it is, Sam's first in the series of balloon weapons.
Well, we can't have a video on zombies without having zombie hunting tools, so I'm going to do one of my favorite ones that is a very popular request of little boys, and it's the shotgun or sniper rifle, whichever you will. It's very simple. It uses 3 balloons. It uses a brown, a gray, and an uninflated black. First thing you want to do is make your tulip tip, a tulip twist rather, right in the tip of the barrel. That's going to be the muzzle of your barrel, okay? You always use gray, sometimes black. Do any color you want. You follow it up with an ear twist at the end and set it aside just for a moment, okay? You take your brown on the very end, the nozzle end. You make 1 tulip twist. You make 2 tulip twists. You do about a 6-inch bubble, or tulip twist, ear twists. Do a 6-inch bubble and another ear twist on it. 1 more 6-inch bubble out like that. And you twist them together just like so. At this point, your balloon should look, whoops, sometimes they pop. Fortunately, they seal back up so you can replace that twist. At this point, your balloon should look something like this. Now, on what's left of your gray, the tail here, I always put 2 little ear twists at the bottom for your trigger. Very simple, very easy. Seals it up so it doesn't fly apart everywhere. And you just take that part and let it go. 1 shock twist right there, another right there. Take this end and twist it back up into those 3 pinch twists at the top of the balloon. And now for the uninflated balloon, you want to put just a puff of air like that and tie it off. This will be the retaining band for the barrel assembly. You tie it to that pinch twist right there, bring it down, loop it around, loop it back into the pinch twist, tie it in, and there is your zombie hunting shotgun.
Alright, thank you for that, Sam. That was actually the gun that we filmed for the zombie episode was it last week or the week before, and somehow it got cut out. But it's included here, and that actually kicks off a series that will continue for 3 or 4 weeks, one sculpture per week. Next week we have the rocket power grenade, which is a really awesome sculpture that Sam came up with. He's gotten a lot of mileage out of it. I've seen him at 2 different balloon jams. It was sort of the head of the jam, and a couple of different gigs we've worked. And if you tune in next week, that'll be yours for free. So keep tuning in, learn more stuff. Now, that brings me back to this whole involvement thing that I mentioned earlier. Right now, I'm sitting in my basement studio all alone, and having Sam join me by remote, some old footage that we stockpiled, and have a few other people who have agreed to film segments to email into the show, and hopefully we'll be able to work that in. So we should get people from all over the country, all over the world, involved in the show. And if you're interested in helping out with the segment, email the show. We're at latexsoup@hotmail.com, and more info, of course, in the YouTube info box down below. Now, speaking of involvement, I'd like to introduce a contest to this episode. Something to get people involved. Alright, here's the contest. Now this is a video contest, so you need either a flip camera, a cell phone that takes video, or, well, there's a video camera and everything nowadays, so it should be no problem. You'll need to post your video as a response to this video on YouTube, or if you would, email it to latexsoup@hotmail.com. We need to see a video as proof. What you need is a 260. Stretch it out, woo, blow it up, wee, tie it up, and make a pinch twist. After that, make another pinch twist. And then why not make another pinch twist? Now at this point, if you need a spacer bubble, that's fine, but make another pinch twist. This is a pinch twist contest. How many pinch twists can you put in a 260? Now spacer bubbles are fine. There's a fine line between a loop twist and a pinch twist, so we'll go with the common sense rule there. The other gray area, you make 2 bubbles, do a split pinch twist. I'll allow that within reason. But the important thing is to make as many pinch twists as you can in one 260. They don't have to be big, they don't have to be small. A good balloon artist should be able to put a lot more into a 260 than that. But at the end, if you would count them up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, nope, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count the number of pinch twists. The contest will run for 2 weeks. This is episode 19, September 7th. We're going to run this for 2 weeks, so on episode 21, which is September 21st, that should be easy to remember. Episode 21 on September 21st, we're going to stop, tally the votes, and see who has the most pinch twists. The winner will receive, first of all, everything in the digital catalog at lifeofthepartytn.com/digital downloads. That's where we're hosting all of our download stuff for the Balloon Blast Show. We have some instructional videos on there, as well as the back issues of the Latex Soup magazine. There's issues 1 and 3, 4, 5, and 6 on there. It's just missing episode 2, long story. But everything on there, and also I'm going to throw in one of these. This is a goofy little book that I printed up. I did a balloon workshop in Memphis on September 9th of 2010, and it's just a book full of pictures of different inspirational types of art. There's someone who makes artwork with bottle caps, there's a few balloons, Legos, someone who does really awesome painting. There's no instruction or really much writing in here at all. It's just a few pages of inspirational photos. So all that goes to whoever can put the most pinch twists into a 260. So let's start getting some video responses to the show. Alright, you know what? I think we'll call that a day. I had a quick balloon review to get to, some upcoming events, but really I've been talking this whole episode. We're already up against the 10-minute mark, plus we have credits to add, and I really want to get these episodes down to shorter, more digestible bits. So we'll table that stuff, put it in a future episode. Speaking of which, we do have some better stuff coming up. This episode was put together as sort of a mishmash. Sam and I have been trying to get together for the last 2 weeks or so to film an episode, but our schedules just haven't gotten together well. we're two full-time balloon artists in the same city, and if he has a day off, I'm working. If I have a day off, he's working. So hopefully all the planets will align and we'll get a really cool episode for you in the future. I do have some really awesome ideas. In fact, that brings me to another point, another tangent, to talk longer. But the 5-inch zombie head prints that we did in an episode 2 weeks ago, Lorenda from Continental Sales was really nice to put that video clip on her website. And also, Buster Balloon, who designed the head, has a video clip on the same page. And I clicked on it, I watched it, and he teaches pretty much the same zombie hat sculpture that we taught 2 weeks ago. And and he did that a few weeks before us, so I was really embarrassed. I don't want anyone to think I was consciously ripping off Buster Balloon. So I will be making that up to you. I have some new zombie stuff coming up in a future episode, so stay tuned for more zombie madness. And apologies to Buster Balloon, to Lorenda, to everyone who had to sit through me rehashing what you've already seen Buster do. Alright, looks like that'll be an episode. If you enjoyed the Balloon Blast video show, and if you haven't, you've been watching for a very long time for something you haven't enjoyed. But subscribe, get future episodes as they come out. The plan is a new episode should come out every Friday. That's been working perfectly so far, right? So if you subscribe, it's a lot more likely that you'll see episodes when they're new and fresh, plus the 5 or 6 missing episodes I'll be filling in as time allows. Alright, that's the Balloon Blast video show. Hopefully we'll see Sam here next time, and hopefully we'll see you here next time. See you.
You and I in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn, so one by one they were gone. Back at the base, sparks in the software, flash the message, someone's out there. Floating in the summer sky, 99 red balloons go by.